I'm Blue Allen. I'd like to talk to you today about flexion. Sometimes I see people that we put too much bend in our horses. And too much bend meaning that we lose track of the side of a horse can only function if he's straight. And if you're ever in doubt of that, if you watch a really good dressage horse, he's straight. Straightness is such a key to our horses. What we tend to do as horsemen is we put a lot of bend and we isolate a lot of body parts, but we also forget to go back and make our horses straight, which in the end, our ultimate goal or our ultimate thing to do with our horses is make them as straight and responsive as possible, but staying soft as possible the entire time. So let's talk about just how the basics of a horse. A horse works in diagonals. So from my right hip through my left shoulder and my left hip through my right shoulder. And when everything is in line and straight, he's going to track straight through his spine from his right hind through his left front, and vice versa, his left hind through his right front. I work on a lot of straightness for myself, right back in the same basic thing of a circle. And I think this is something that we tend to really misunderstand, and it's something that I work on personally myself all the time, is we feel like if we pull this rein that he should go this direction. But the more I pull this rein does not necessarily mean that his feet are going to follow. So what happens to a horse is the more I pull this rein, the more his body is going to move to my right. I have nothing there to help support him and make him drive from his right hock through his left shoulder. So we lose that ability for them to go straight. I want to make sure when I walk these circles that my hands are here to keep him just enough of his eye, but my outside leg and my outside rein are going to keep him driving from his right hock through his left shoulder, and you're back to being straight. So I think what happens so many times is we tend to see a lot of bending and things going on, but we lose track of where the horse's spine is at, and just the same thing of being able to go straight. You know, I mean, in all reality, if you can keep your horse between your legs and your reins, you've got something. But we lose that. We lose the ability to keep them between our legs and our reins. Back to the right side. If I just solely pull on my right rein, my horse is going to go to the left, even though his head and neck are here. So now if we think back to speed, if I pull this rein running fast, my horse is so out of balance that he's going to keep going to the left even worse, and vice versa. If I just pull on this left rein, but I don't continue to ride him with my outside leg and my outside rein, his body is going to go even farther to my right. But if I keep him balanced and I keep his head and his neck here, but as well as my outside rein, now I've got an impulsion, I've got drive from behind. So I keep him driving from his left or his right hind leg through his left front shoulder. And we're right back to our horse being straight and being functional and being driven. I always tell people that it's a little bit like a boat. You know, if we drop that engine down in a boat, the front end of it picks up and we can maneuver our boat wherever we want to go. But if the front of our boat is stuck down in the water, we don't have a lot of torque or push from behind. We can't go anywhere. So I hope that helps, and I hope your horses learn to get straighter.